may well be aware, following COVID, to put in place our research agenda, and are actively pursuing a budget and financing strategy to try and drive us to a high income status. We're really focused, we're committed in our financing and budgeting strategy to try and do all we can to drive our rate of growth and the diversification based on our research agenda. And so this support in these critical areas, transport, logistics, digital economy, are critical for us to take us forward. You will see, as you may well have read, that we're really trying to grow the export and private sector aspects of our economy.
We're really glad about the partnership that we have with Botswana, and I think that we can do even more at a time when you're really trying to get to the next level of your development, and at a time when the World Bank is also looking to become a better bank to serve its clients better. A more responsive bank, a bank that's more creative, that is forward-leaning and really thinking outside the box to bring solutions to countries, including countries like Botswana.
United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO and the L'Oreal Foundation have recognized and awarded 30 brilliant African women scientists from the sub-Saharan Africa for the excellence of their scientific research. Among others, the foundation seeks to address challenges faced by women scientists, particularly related to gender discrimination, stereotypes and finding a balance between professional and personal life. 2 Botswana women were among the award recipients. The award ceremony, which was held in Kasane, was officiated by President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi. The Chief Executive Officer of L'Oreal Foundation, Ms. Alexandra Palt, says it is important to acknowledge the contribution of women in science. Speaking during an award ceremony to acknowledge 30 women scientists in sub-Saharan Africa who distinguished themselves from over 600 candidates from 17 African sub-countries, Palt indicated that women have to overcome challenges that include stereotypes, harassment, discrimination and gender disparities.
Botswana will be awarded today. So young women Botswana that are there. In the past we've had some, actually in the cumulative history, we've had 4 awarded thus far. But of course the judging, all of that is done by a panel with integrity and things. So, you know, we'll find out today, this evening, who those Botswana are. But what I can say to you is just think about it. These 2 come from 650 or plus, somewhere the applications. So it makes a real statement about the quality of the research work that we are now achieving in Botswana. If you know we're able to achieve 2, and that 2 is even within 30, and that's within Southern Africa, sub-Saharan Africa.
President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi says government is committed to promoting science, technology and innovation as it is crucial in ensuring the country achieves a high income and knowledge-based economy. He said that is why plans are underway to establish the National Research Fund, which will help transform the status of the country's research landscape. The president said this during the L'Oreal Foundation and United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO award ceremony for women scientists in sub-Saharan Africa held in Kasane.
The generation of knowledge and its utilization in coming up with technological solutions to problems of limited capacity in production or in the delivery of services is cardinal to our Vision 2036 aspiration of becoming a high-income and knowledge-based economy. We are, as a country, aligned with the African Union's strategy and commitments to use science, technology, and innovation as catalysts for Africa's socio-economic development and growth. Furthermore, Botswana's reset agenda priorities of value chain development, digitalization, and mindset change directly speak to engaging science-applied research and innovation for transforming Botswana into a vibrant, knowledge-based economy.
The U.S. Ambassador to Botswana, Mr. Howard Van Franken, says his office will continue supporting non-governmental organizations in their efforts to improve lives. Mr. Van Franken said this when issuing grants to NGOs that benefited from the ambassador's self-help program. More than 700,000 pula was awarded to 3 beneficiaries. In the past 5 years, 11 million pula has been awarded to over 90 community-based projects across the country.
The role of non-governmental organizations in the society is one that cannot be ignored, as they assist the government in ensuring that services reach at least every Botswana, regardless of their geographical location. It is against this reality that the U.S. Ambassador says key players in community projects and outreach programs should be acknowledged and supported to motivate such organizations to thrive.
We look for non-profit organizations, and those are the ones that we're kind of focused on, because typically the things that the nonprofits are doing are consistent with what we're looking to support here in Botswana, and we like to leverage our money against the activities that they're doing as well. I think Botswana has an unlimited potential, virtually unlimited potential for developing human talent. And these are exactly the kinds of seeds that I love to plant and see them grow and blossom here in the future.
At times, NGOs face a couple of challenges, including financial constraints, which one way or the other hampers on their progress, and grants will assist them to keep afloat and be progressive with their goals.
So again, I want to thank American Embassy for funding us, as we will be doing programs for the youth across the country, and again we'll be training all the deaf people who have never ever went to school, or those who don't know sign language, and we'll be training the nurses or all healthy departments. As you know, issues of accessibility in health departments is a big issue and a challenge for the deaf people.
But I think there's a lot of artificial intelligence, machine learning, so we need to prepare young people for the jobs of tomorrow. So with this award, we are going to make sure that we reach out to young people in rural areas.
Madia a go thusa go simolola go epa sediba be re ka go kela sediba re dirisa re se pompa ka di solar panel ra reka di solar panel re tsenya pompa ya di solar panel, so ka go dira jalo
For the past 5 years through this program, the Ambassador's Office have awarded 11 million pula to support over 90 community-based projects across the country. In this event, more than 700,000 pula was awarded to the 3 beneficiaries to be used for any possible developmental exercise in their organizations. BTV News. Gaborone.
Assistant Minister in the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, Mr. Mabuse Pule, says elderly people have much to contribute to their communities, adding that it is imperative to create a more inclusive and age-friendly society. The Assistant Minister said this at the commemoration of the International Day of the Elderly that was held in Mahalape recently.
The annual celebration of the International Day of Older Persons, established in 1990, aims to acknowledge the valuable contributions of seniors and reflect on the challenges affecting their daily lives. Addressed concerns include the significance of support and care from their communities.
When people grow older, they go back to childhood. Therefore, they need a lot of support and guidance. Ke bona ba re tshweletse di khantshwana tsa information e ka re thusang gore re tshela sentle mo nakong ba tla nentse ba gore ba re bogologolo ne gore ka tseno ba shwala o bo gona rona le sebaka sa gore o tshwantshe go bona gore a milio tsene di rwa bogologolo a di ka bereka mo nakong tsa ka jeno.
Ha o sa tshware bagodi sentle go supa jalo gore ga re re thabologe a re ira go lekane go tlhokomela bagodi ba rona mme ga re sa dire go lekane a re iketetseng
kana go na le dilo tse e leng gore jaaka le batsadiana ba di tlhoka tshireletsego.
The government remains committed to providing assistance and ensuring the overall well-being of older individuals.
Through the coordination and facilitation of the Ministry of Health, Botswana Older People Policy has been developed. This policy whose overarching goal is to enhance the quality of the life of older people will facilitate the coordination, harmonization of existing policies and programs that impact negatively or undermine the contributions of older people to the national development agenda.
Furthermore, they are encouraged to cultivate a healthy lifestyle, incorporating regular exercise to prevent age-related illnesses like diabetes and others. BTV News.
Inadequate rainfall in the country has placed numerous farmers in challenging times, forcing them to take extra measures to care for their livestock and crops. The prospect of producing high-quality agricultural products is now in jeopardy. In response, Khosi Serogola Seretse and various churches gathered at the main Khotla in Sorowe to collectively engage in prayers for the well-being of the country in these trying times. Refilwe Mutube.
In the midst of a severe drought efficiency in the country, the residents of Sorowe were advised to adopt advanced farming techniques instead of relying solely on traditional methods like row plowing. Suggestions included embracing irrigation and providing supplementary feeds to ensure the well-being and survival of livestock.
yone sampula ke no tisa masego le mathogono la pula ya sephai pula khogola moko dipula ka go harologana ga tsone
a re tsoro ba ga tsore ha pula ha tselelela pula gona ka hekana ka teng ya re tsile go tla hapela ga modimo re tsile go ikotlaya ba re khona go khubama ka mangwele re tsile go khubama re ikotla re lela go modimong le wena yo sa itseng khoro ya kereke bula modimo tla go tlala botlhoko ka ba rapela ba ba ha. Amen. The Ministers' Fraternal Committee, representing various churches, emphasized the importance of maintaining a prayerful attitude in Sorowe, expressing hope for improved rainy seasons in the country.
Mene mo pasala mana 121 kiware ke ta tsola tsa matho a me go ditapeng go thusa meta tswanteng thusa meta tswa go ja ho fa yo dire le go dumela hat. Amen. Me ke gone ka mo re tabere go eletsa morena gore a re tere botlhoko a re nesetse pula pula se pai gore tere khona re kile re go lema. Given the declaration of this year as a severe arable agricultural drought year nationwide, many farmers in Sorowe experienced the worst period of their farming season. Livestock losses were attributed to inadequate grazing fields and intense heat waves. Rifule Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
Homolemo Motlanyana, who is accused of murdering his wife, Kibabupe Motlanyana, at a woman's shelter on the 24th of May this year, pleaded with the Broadhurst magistrate, Horatile Moremi Ramakoloi, to issue an order to allow him to access his funds at Standard Chartered Bank, Botswana. Motlanyana made this plea when he was appearing for mention. Ungutlule Tamare.
Accused Khomolemo Motlanyana's plea to the Broadhurst Magistrate Court to issue an order to allow him to access his funds at the bank follows the one he made before the same court in June this year, where he requested a bail out. At the time, Magistrate Ramakolo denied Motlanyana a bail on the grounds that the investigating officer was not available in court and that the deceased children were still undergoing counseling. Khomolemo Motlanyana is facing a charge of murdering his wife, Kibabupe Motlanyana, at the women's shelter on the 24th of May this year, where she had gone to seek refuge with her children. This morning, the state prosecutor, Thandi Tlogalang, when giving a status update, told the court that the matter is under review at the Department of Public Prosecution. The accused person, Khomolemo Motlanyana, on the other hand, also pleaded with Magistrate Ramakolohi to issue an order to force the Department of Prison Services to take him to the bank as he needs money to pay his debt. He says his younger sister is the one who has been in communication with the bank on his behalf, and the bank says it can only release the money with a court order. Magistrate Khoratile Moremi Ramakolo told the accused Motlanyana that there's nothing that the court can do to help him. The court ordered that Khomolemo Motlanyane, who is accused of killing his wife Kibabope Motlanyane, be further remanded in custody and will appear again on the 23rd of November this year. Unkutle Thamache, BTV News, Gaborone.
In light of the changing landscape of development, increased expenses of managing and running a church, calls have been made to adopt new and improved fundraising strategies. This was emphasized by the Assistant Minister of Trade and Industry, Ms. Beauty Manage, during the Faith Gospel After Christ annual clap and tap choir festival in Silibepikwe recently. Karabo Mulusi.
Hosting the annual Clap and Tap Choir Festival has evolved into a tradition for the Faith Gospel After Christ Church. 10 choirs from FGAC branches across the country convened in Silibepikwe for this year's annual festival to carry on their journey in praising the Lord, rejuvenating their faith and preaching behavioral change among the youth and the congregation. The proceeds from this festival are used to drive the programs of the church, including charitable initiatives.
re na le dikgaisano ya nonkong go go itshupiwang gore mang ke mang dikhwaere di diwa temana hela go gote tsamaya no irang pina.
This festival created a platform for the FGAC leadership to harness critical information on available government programs such as the Arts Council that they can use to develop the talent of clap and tap.
Gambling Authority ke lekalana le leng gore le lebagane le go regulate di tselana tse leng gore di harologane tse leng gore di ka dirisiwa gone bo fundraising a ke relate le iri di rafole di rafole ja ka re di dira jana ka ha molaong di santse di sa regulate ka gore ga re ise re ntse di license tsa teng me mona kwenyeleng gore ga e hedise pelo di tantshiwa gore le khone gore le di resente le phuthologile ibile le di dire kana le di dirise gone gore le ka khobokanyetsa kereke madi
re utule ka tsele ga thusang ka tsona re ta di sela morao ka re ke a dumela go ba maru ha re lebeletse le fase ke kwa huiwang ha o ka lebela di likitse ditona tsa di khula di nao he di sponsora ke tsona o petwe hora le nna ha re hatela ko
Currently, the church survives on contributions from the congregation and donations from various stakeholders. Hence, the new programs are expected to be beneficial to the church. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Silibepikwe.
Trade and Industry Minister Mr. Musi Khafela has underlined the significance of the SADC industrialization strategy and roadmap as an important platform to facilitate competitive trade in high-value goods amongst Southern African countries. Minister Khafela said this when addressing the media in Gaborone yesterday. Khorata Moranyani.
Minister Khafela said that in using advanced technology, there will be a growth to modernize manufacturing capacity in order to produce these high-value exportable goods.
Often, Africans, we suffer the inherent thought that every pathway we set our foot in is inherently laden with lions. And then we prefer to sit and do nothing about it. let's and do things which are unusual.
SADC member states have dispersed high-level delegations to participate and help with challenges of regional integration, trade, poverty, inequality, and vulnerability.
Southern Africa, it really is a stable, quote-unquote, stable region. It's unlike maybe West Africa where there are a lot of coups happening and so on. But I also say perhaps we shouldn't get too comfortable, because what we have for Southern Africa is really high levels of unemployment. And I can already see instability bubbling up from a lot of our youth who are lurking around without jobs and so on. Hence the reason that we cannot afford not to speak to the issues that we have in terms of poverty and inequality.
The 29th meeting of the Intergovernmental Committee of Senior Officials and Experts of Southern Africa 2023 ended on Thursday. Khorata Moranyani, BTV News, Gaborone.
It is now time for sports with Tato Khosimuri.
Hello, Khomuzo.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, good. We are all till today.
Yes, as always. Lady in black.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Let me go straight into them. This is Botswana Tonight Sports segment brought to you by Tato Khosimuri. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight. Zebras head coach Didier Gomes da Rosa says even though he has short time to establish chemistry with the players ahead of their crucial clash against Mozambique, he has identified key areas to work on. Da Rosa highlighted that the team's second training session with mainly local-based players at Lekedi Football Center on Thursday morning, with just 5 days left before opening their 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign in Francistown. Lydia Poloko with more.
The Zebras players assembled at Lekedi on Tuesday before Da Rosa drilled them in their first training session on Wednesday with 26 locally based players. However, Da Rosa, who had a chance to watch and assess the team on a couple of occasions, now had the chance to work with players up close in efforts to establish some soft chemistry ahead of their next two fixtures.
I'm very positive. Firstly, I repeat, I'm very honored to be the coach of the Zebra. We have a big challenge next week with two very important matches for the World Cup qualification. So yesterday I organized a meeting with my player to inform them that we have to be ambitious, we have to believe in us, because I'm completely convinced that this team has very good quality and we can challenge everybody.
The Frenchman, who is working with Gaborone United head coach Ponto Moloi and Kailo from Security Systems, says they will get the players in the right frame of mind and physically to grow in two tough matches in a space of 5 days.
We have a short time to improve the fitness, but you know, I'm very confident with the work of Coach China. He's a very good coach, fitness coach, and we try to manage very well the player, and for sure I'm completely confident that we can be very tough, particularly the first match. We have to focus firstly on this match against Mozambique, and this is what we focus. We need a 3 points. After we will have the time to think about Guinea, but it's very important to start this campaign with a very good performance.
Internationally based players in the likes of Kaizer Chief defender Tataone Ditlhokwe, Kabelo Sakanyeng, Dumisang Oribonyi, Khapem Huziwa, and a first-time call-up Brendan Wilson are expected to join the team in the next few days.
Firstly, among the 31, there is one player injury. He cannot be with us, Ramotse. So I'm sorry for him, but I hope that he will be good soon. And we expected 5 players from outside, and Titi, of course, he played yesterday. Oribonyeng, he will play tomorrow with his Algerian team. Sekaneng must be here after today. Gape also. And we are waiting Brandon Wilson from his from Vietnam. He played a champion match yesterday in Asia with this club Hanoi, and he's on the way to join us.
The Zebras are expected to head out to Francistown on Monday to finalize their preparations before hosting Mozambique on Thursday afternoon at Obed Itani Chulume Stadium. Lydia Poloko, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
Still with football in the UEFA Champions League games played yesterday, Napoli and Union Berlin played to a 1-1 draw in a Group C encounter. Arsenal are within touching distance of qualifying for the Champions League knockout stages after a 2-0 victory over Sevilla to lead Group B with 9 points. Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich are through to the next round after beating Galatasaray 2-1, while Manchester United are lingering at the bottom of Group A after an epic 4-3 defeat to FC Copenhagen. 13-time Champions League winners Real Madrid eased past FC Braga 3-0 to qualify for the knockout stage and led Group C with 12 points, while Inter Milan edged out RB Salzburg 1-0. That's how we come to the end of Botswana Tonight sports segment. Thank you for the privilege of your time and have yourself a good night.
Thank you so much, Titi. There is a team from England there that is determined to give us palpitations and high blood pressure.
Is it your team? I saw you shaking the head when I was talking how they lost.
It just never ceases to rain, hey?
Yes. Glory, glory, Man United.
Well, those are the glory days gone, and now we can only dream of them, hey?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was TT with the latest in sport. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. 30 women scientists from across sub-Sahara Africa honored for their contribution to science. The World Bank commended for its continuous support of Botswana's economic transformation journey. And in sports, New Zebras head coach optimistic ahead of the team's clash with Mozambique. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. BTV News Ikanyarona hashtag BW Mindset Change are changing. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Lydia Watekhomo. Tomorrow expecting some patches of clouds over Kalahari district. Also expecting some partly cloudy conditions with possibility of isolated thunderstorms over Chobe district. In the morning, we're expecting my temperatures over Kalahari district with 15 degrees Celsius over most places. Hansi, south and southeast, Katling, Queen, southern central, and northeast, we're expecting warm temperatures ranging between 16 and 19 degrees Celsius. Also expecting hot temperatures between 20 and 23 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, we're expecting hot temperatures over south and southeast, Katling, Queen, southern central, and northeast, ranging between 33 and 35 degrees Celsius. Also expecting very hot temperatures between 36 and 38 degrees Celsius. As for the fire report, new fires were detected over Central and Chobe districts. The fire danger index shows extremely dangerous conditions over the western part of the country, also is showing very dangerous conditions. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with care. Now the forecast for this weekend over southern, southeast, Katling and Queening. Partly cloudy conditions are expected on Saturday, while on Sunday we're expecting some isolated thunder showers with hot temperatures on Saturday, while on Sunday we're expecting very hot temperatures. Hansi and Kalahari district, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on both Saturday and Sunday over Hansi district with very hot temperatures. Kalahari district, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Saturday, while on Sunday we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions with very hot temperatures. Chobe and Gambian district, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions on both Saturday and Sundays with very hot temperatures. Central and Northeast, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions on both Saturday and Sunday with very hot temperatures over Northern Central on both Saturday and Sunday, while over Northeast and Southern Central, we're expecting some hot temperatures on Saturday, while on Sunday, we're expecting very hot temperatures. That's the weather forecast. Good night.
Trade and Industry Minister Mr. Mmusi Kgafela has underlined the significance of SADC industrialization strategy and roadmap as an important platform to facilitate competitive trade in